The daily habit that can transform your life. What if the key to your success, confidence, and future wasn't about luck, connections, or even intelligence? What if it all came down to one single habit? Imagine having the power to outpace 99% of the world with one decision. What if you could learn something new every day? How would your life change if you embraced this habit? Let's explore how the simple act of learning, day in and day out, can unlock a future you never imagined. It's the secret weapon of the world's most successful individuals, and it's available to everyone, including you. In a world that's constantly moving fast, the true advantage doesn't come from being the loudest. It comes from being the wisest. While most people wait for life to teach them through pain, the top 1% of achievers actively choose to learn with purpose and intention long before the world forces them to. This mindset separates those who rise quietly from those who stay stuck in loud, endless cycles of frustration. This isn't just a philosophical idea, it's a way of living. Marcus Aurelius, one of history's most powerful emperors, constantly reminded himself that you must assemble your life, action by action. And it all begins with adopting a learning mindset, because lifelong learning isn't just about books and degrees. It's about staying open, humble, and eager to discover new insights, even when no one is watching. When you approach life as a student, every experience becomes a lesson. Failure, discomfort, boredom, they all become your teachers, shaping your growth in ways you never expected. It's a mindset that allows you to transform everyday challenges into opportunities, not just for success, but for inner strength. The person who stays committed to learning doesn't just gather knowledge. They build resilience and clarity. And yet, many people stop learning the moment they leave school. They believe that once they graduate, their journey of growth is over. But if you look closely at anyone who's truly accomplished something meaningful, you'll see that they never stopped being students. They learned from their mistakes, read deeply, and questioned everything, including their own beliefs. Here's the powerful shift. Your identity is no longer shaped by what you already know, but by your willingness to keep learning. Imagine waking up every day not simply to get through the motions, but to embrace the idea that today could teach you something new about yourself, your world, or how to live better. That mindset is what sets you apart from the crowd. It's how you create a life of growth and clarity that others envy. But how do you make learning a part of your daily life? Start with reading. Most people dismiss reading as just a habit of the highly intelligent, but in reality, it's the very thing that made them intelligent. Books are not just entertainment. They are compressed decades of wisdom, pain, and success, packed into pages that hold the secrets to mastering your craft. The Stoics, like Seneca, understood this deeply. They didn't just read to gather information, they read to transform their mindset, to let ideas reshape their actions. The key isn't how many books you read, it's about how deeply you engage with them. Active reading is where the magic lies. It's not enough to passively flip through pages. Instead, challenge yourself. Argue with the author. Underline the lines that resonate with you and ask, how does this apply to my life right now? That's how you take knowledge and make it a tool for real change. In a world drowning in distractions, this ability to focus and read deeply gives you an unparalleled edge. While others waste time scrolling aimlessly, you are training your mind to think clearly, and make decisions with precision. And let's face it, most people don't read seriously. They skim headlines, scroll through social media, but they don't take the time to digest ideas that could challenge them. You, however, will become the exception. This deep focus and active engagement aren't just limited to books. They extend into your daily habits. Success isn't built on bursts of inspiration. It's cultivated through small, consistent actions done every single day, even when it's hard. Most people fall into the trap of wanting fast results, but give up when they don't see instant change. The truth? Real success lies in doing the work when it's boring, when no one is watching, when the world is distracted by noise. The Stoics lived by this principle. Marcus Aurelius wrote that greatness isn't about waiting for motivation. It's about showing up and doing the work day in and day out. He wasn't alone in this mindset. Every great achiever, whether in business, sports, or any other field, understands the power of consistency. Discipline, not motivation, is what separates those who succeed from those who fall short. That here's the secret. Consistency is not about intensity. It's about identity. When you make a habit non-negotiable, like brushing your teeth or showing up for work, you no longer need to fight with yourself. It becomes a part of who you are. And when this kind of consistency is woven into your daily life, magic happens. So, think about this. What would happen if you showed up every single day for your goals, no matter what? What if you committed to learning, reading, reflecting, and acting on what you've learned? Over time, you would see a transformation so powerful that even the most successful people would wonder how you did in this process. Your identity is forged in the fire of deep focus and relentless action. The distractions around you fade away as you center yourself on what truly matters. The people who stay ahead of the curve aren't the ones rushing to follow the latest trends. They are the ones who have learned the art of slow, deliberate progress. So, I leave you with this question. Are you willing to make the decision to learn and act daily, even when it's hard, even when no one is watching? Because when you do, you begin to separate yourself from the crowd in the most powerful and lasting way possible. The road to success is not glamorous, and it certainly isn't a straight line. In fact, it's often a winding path, full of obstacles and challenges that test your resilience and commitment. But here's the truth. Those who rise to the top aren't the ones who avoid failure. They are the ones who learn from it and keep moving forward. What separates the average from the exceptional is the willingness to embrace discomfort and failure as part of the learning process. The top 1% of achievers don't let setbacks stop them. They use them as stepping stones to grow. They study their mistakes, adapt their strategies, and move forward with even greater purpose. This mindset isn't about avoiding challenges. It's about growing through them. That's where true mastery comes into play. Mastery isn't about reaching the top and stopping. It's about consistently improving until your craft becomes undeniable. It's about practicing the fundamentals until they become second nature. The most successful people don't focus on flashy wins or quick successes. They focus on daily refinement and slow, steady improvement. The 1% rule is an essential part of this process. Small, consistent improvements compound over time. If you commit to getting just 1% better each day, by the end of the year, you will have improved 37 times over. That's the magic of small improvements. It's not about waiting for massive breakthroughs or dramatic changes. It's about making small decisions every day that, over time, stack up to something extraordinary. You might not see the results immediately, but that's the beauty of it. Real growth doesn't happen overnight. It happens in the quiet, consistent moments that others often overlook. The most powerful results come from staying committed to the process, even when progress seems slow. This mindset is what allows you to outlast the competition, not through speed, but through patience and persistence. But there's more to it than just action and consistency. Your mindset matters just as much as your actions. Every decision you make, every habit you form, and every lesson you learn shapes the person you're becoming. The Stoics taught us that our thoughts create our reality. They understood that you can't control everything that happens to you, but you can control your response. This is the essence of mental toughness. Life will test you. It will throw curveballs, challenges, and setbacks your way. The difference between those who crumble under pressure and those who rise above it lies in their mental resilience. When the going gets tough, the mentally tough don't retreat, they dig deeper. They don't ask why me, they ask what now. Resilience isn't built by avoiding pain. It's built by embracing it, learning from it, and using it as fuel for growth. When you build mental toughness, you create an inner strength that allows you to thrive even in the face of adversity. It's about making the choice every single day to show up and keep going, even when it's hard. This is the mindset that creates unshakable confidence. Real confidence doesn't come from external validation or the need to prove yourself to others. True confidence comes from self-respect, from keeping your promises to yourself, from knowing that you have the strength to handle whatever life throws your way. When you respect yourself and trust in your abilities, you no longer need to compare yourself to anyone. You simply walk into any room knowing you've already proven yourself to yourself. But here's the secret. Confidence is not a trait you're born with. It's something you build over time. Every time you challenge yourself, every time you face fear and push through it, you earn more confidence. Over time, that confidence becomes unshakable. And when you have unshakable confidence, you have the power to handle any situation with calm, clarity, and purpose. As you continue to grow, you'll notice a shift in how others see you. You won't need to shout about your achievements or your abilities. People will notice you because of your quiet confidence, your consistent actions, and your unwavering focus. You'll become the person others naturally want to follow because you lead not by words, but by example. And here's the best part. This mindset isn't reserved for the 1%. It's available to everyone. Whether you're just starting out or you're already on your journey, you have the power to make a decision today that will impact your future. Every choice you make today is an investment in the person you're becoming. And that investment pays off day by day, moment by moment. So, what are you waiting for? Are you ready to embrace this mindset? Are you ready to show up every day as a student of life, to learn, grow, and become the best version of yourself? Because the truth is, your future is in your hands. The decisions you make today will determine the person you become tomorrow. So choose wisely and choose consistently. The journey won't always be easy, but it will be worth it. And remember, you're not alone on this path. Every step you take brings you closer to becoming the person you were meant to be. Stay committed, stay focused, and keep moving forward. Because, as the Stoics taught us, true success is not about the destination, it's about the journey. Keep rising, building your legacy through consistency and action. When you begin to embrace a learning mindset, something incredible happens. You stop chasing fleeting moments of motivation or inspiration. You stop relying on external circumstances to fuel your actions. Instead, you learn to trust yourself and your ability to show up every single day, regardless of how you feel or what's happening around you. This is the foundation of true resilience. Building a lasting legacy doesn't require perfection, it requires consistency. It's not about doing everything right from the start. It's about doing something, however small, every day that aligns with your long-term vision. You don't need to see immediate results to know that your actions are meaningful. In fact, the most significant changes often happen in the quietest moments, behind the scenes, when no one is watching. As you continue to grow and improve, you'll start to notice small shifts that will snowball into something extraordinary. Perhaps it's a new opportunity that aligns perfectly with your goals, or a skill you develop that helps you handle challenges more effectively. These are the fruits of small, consistent actions taken day after day. And soon, those actions will become the cornerstones of your future success. The best part? You don't have to do it alone. As you invest in your own personal growth, you'll begin to attract the right people into your life. People who resonate with your energy, people who share your values and ambitions. Success is not a solo journey, and the more you surround yourself with like-minded individuals, the more you'll feel motivated to stay on track and continue pushing forward. Together, you'll create an unstoppable force that carries everyone to new heights. But here's the challenge. Are you truly committed to your vision? Most people are quick to start, but they falter when they don't see instant results. They give up because it feels too hard or the rewards seem too far off. But the people who win, the people who build meaningful success, are the ones who commit to the long-term journey. There will be days when you feel like giving up, when you doubt your progress, when the world around you seems to move faster than you can keep up. In those moments, remember this: the slow and steady path is always more powerful than the fast and flashy one. Progress is progress, no matter how small. And every step you take forward, even when it feels insignificant, is one step closer to your ultimate goal. Success isn't a destination, it's a daily practice. It's about learning, growing, and committing to the process, even when it's not glamorous or easy. This is the secret that many people overlook. Success is built in the quiet moments, in the times when you choose discipline over distraction, when you choose action over hesitation, and when you choose persistence over quitting. So, as you continue on your journey of self-improvement, remember this: it's not about perfection, it's about progression. It's about showing up every day with the mindset of a student, eager to learn and grow, ready to face the challenges ahead, and willing to do the work required to reach your goals. Because when you commit to this path, you're not just working towards success, you're becoming the kind of person who achieves it. You're building the mental and emotional strength to handle whatever comes your way. You're cultivating the resilience to keep going when the world tries to knock you down. And eventually, when you look back at how far you've come, you'll realize that the quiet, consistent actions you took every day were what truly set you apart. They were the ones that shaped your success, your confidence, and your legacy. Are you ready to take that first step? Are you willing to commit to learning, growing, and pushing forward every single day, even when it's difficult? Because the moment you do, you'll begin to see the magic unfold. Not tomorrow, not next week, but day by day, small victory by small victory. And one day, you'll look back and realize that all those little steps were exactly what led you to the life you always dreamed of. Your journey starts now. Don't wait for the perfect moment, the perfect conditions, or the perfect feelings. Just start. Take the first step and keep going. Because the greatest investment you can make is in yourself every single day. Commit to your growth. Make it a habit. Make it a lifestyle. And let your actions speak for themselves. Embrace the power of daily growth now that you've committed to the process of constant learning, daily action, and personal growth. The real work begins. This journey isn't about quick fixes or shortcuts. It's about creating a mindset that allows you to thrive regardless of the challenges you face. When you fully embrace this, you shift from hoping for success to creating it through your daily habits. Think of each action you take as a building block in the foundation of your success. Every book you read, every lesson you learn, every habit you form, and every challenge you overcome contributes to your overall growth. These blocks may seem small on their own, but over time, they form an unshakable foundation, one that will carry you through even the toughest times. The key to this process is understanding that true growth is often unseen in the moment. The results aren't always immediately visible, and there will be times when you feel like you're not progressing as quickly as you'd like. But trust that every step you take, no matter how small, is moving you closer to your goals. Consistency is the secret ingredient. As long as you keep showing up, keep putting in the effort, and stay committed to learning, you are making progress, even when you can't see it yet. Another crucial aspect of your journey is learning to embrace discomfort and uncertainty. Growth rarely happens in your comfort zone. If you want to move forward, you must be willing to step into the unknown, face challenges head-on, and welcome the discomfort that comes with growth. It's easy to stay in familiar, comfortable places, but it's in those moments of discomfort where the most significant transformations occur. Take a moment to think about the challenges you've faced in the past. How many of them shaped you into who you are today? Without those difficult moments, you wouldn't have the resilience or the strength you have now. Every setback, every failure, and every challenge you've encountered was an opportunity for growth, and it's the same for the future. You'll face even more challenges, but now you know how to embrace them as stepping stones toward greatness. That it's also essential to keep refining your mindset along the way. Each day, you'll have the chance to either grow your confidence or let it slip away. The more you invest in yourself by learning, taking action, and staying disciplined, the more you'll build unshakable confidence that will help you navigate the highs and lows of life. Confidence comes from proving to yourself that you can handle whatever comes your way, and it grows stronger each time you face a challenge and overcome it. When you adopt this mindset, you become your own source of motivation. You stop waiting for external validation or circumstances to push you forward. Instead, you develop an internal drive that propels you toward your goals, regardless of what's happening in the world around you. You no longer rely on fleeting bursts of inspiration or waiting for the perfect moment to start. You create your own momentum with every small action you take. The world around you may be chaotic and filled with distractions, but you have the power to stay focused. In fact, the ability to focus, to stay grounded in what truly matters, is one of the most powerful skills you can develop. While others get distracted by the noise of everyday life, you remain calm, centered, and deliberate in your actions. You choose to focus on what matters most, and this focus will become your secret weapon in building a successful, impactful life. So, as you continue on this journey, remember that the small, daily actions you take matter more than you realize. They will compound over time, building the life you want one decision at a time. And when you look back, you'll be amazed at how far you've come, because the person you become isn't determined by what you do occasionally, but by what you do consistently. Every day is an opportunity to invest in your future. Don't wait for the perfect conditions or for the right moment. Start today. Show up every single day with intention, focus, and discipline, and watch how it transforms not just your life, but also the lives of those around you. Because in the end, the person who takes consistent, deliberate action, no matter how small, is the one who will create the life they desire. And you have the power to be that person. Now, take a deep breath and reflect. What's one small action you can commit to today that will bring you closer to your goals? Make it non-negotiable. And when you do, you'll take the first step toward shaping the future you've always dreamed of, harnessing the power of your consistency as you move forward on this journey. It's important to remember that what you do today matters far more than what you did yesterday. Every choice you make, no matter how small, sets the stage for tomorrow's results. And this is where true mastery lies, not in grand, one-time efforts, but in the accumulation of small, consistent actions over time. Imagine it like this. Every day, you cast a vote for the person you want to become. Every time you show up for yourself, every time you push through discomfort or choose to learn, you're casting a vote for your future self. The small decisions you make now, whether it's waking up a little earlier, spending 10 minutes reading, or taking action when fear tries to hold you back, compound into something greater. These are the building blocks of your success. But here's where the real magic happens. When you commit to a lifestyle of consistency, it's not just about building habits. It's about transforming your identity. Over time, you don't just act like the person you want to be. You become them. Consistency makes your identity unshakable. The actions you repeat every day start to shape the person you are. And as that identity solidifies, your actions start to feel effortless. You no longer have to fight for discipline. It becomes who you are. This process isn't about seeking immediate gratification. The work may feel like it's happening in the background, but the results are slowly but surely building. When you look at the lives of highly successful people, you'll see one common thread. They've mastered the art of focusing on what's in front of them, making daily, deliberate decisions that add up to big results over time. Consistency over time is what truly separates the exceptional from the average. The difference isn't just talent or intelligence. It's the willingness to show up day after day, no matter the circumstances, and keep pushing forward when others are tempted to quit. It's about building a life based on purpose, discipline, and the courage to act when the world around you is distracted by noise. But here's the thing. This consistency isn't always glamorous. In fact, most of the time, it's quiet, invisible work. Success is built in the small, unnoticeable moments, not in the big, flashy ones. The quiet discipline of doing what needs to be done, even when no one is watching, is what makes the difference. And while others may be out there chasing the latest trends or waiting for motivation to strike, you're becoming the kind of person who doesn't need motivation to take action. You've created a rhythm, a momentum that carries you through even the most challenging days. You've set your goals, committed to them, and you're doing the work, even when it's hard. This is the power of consistency and resilience. It's the power of showing up every day, doing the work, and trusting that the small steps you take are leading you towards something bigger than you can see in the moment. The quiet actions, the deliberate choices, the focus you put into your daily practices, it all adds up to a life of impact, success, and fulfillment. And that brings us to the next crucial principle of your journey: embracing patience. It's easy to get discouraged when results don't come quickly, but here's the secret: the best things in life take time. Your growth, your mastery, your success, it all happens slowly, bit by bit. The key is staying patient and continuing to trust the process. Growth doesn't happen overnight. It's not about finding shortcuts or quick fixes. It's about digging deep, working consistently, and trusting that with each small step, you're getting closer to your goal. Patience isn't about waiting for the right moment to act. It's about learning to enjoy the journey, even when the finish line feels distant. So, let's talk about patience in practice. Patience doesn't mean sitting back and doing nothing. It means continuing to show up, continuing to take action, even when you don't see immediate results. It's about accepting the temporary discomfort of growth, knowing that it's part of the process. And when the going gets tough, it's about staying the course, trusting that the work you're putting in now will pay off. Remember, the path to success is rarely linear. There will be ups and downs, moments of doubt, and days when you feel like giving up. But the key is resilience. It's about staying committed to your vision, even on the toughest days. It's about embracing the struggle and knowing that it's all part of the process. Your journey may not always look like you expect, but trust that every action you take is a step in the right direction. Keep showing up, keep learning, and keep improving. And as you do, you'll start to see the compound effect of your efforts. You'll start to recognize the power of your consistency, your patience, and your ability to stay grounded in the face of uncertainty. The greatest transformation doesn't happen in one dramatic moment. It happens over time, through the small, seemingly insignificant actions you take every single day. As you continue to build those habits, to show up consistently, and to focus on growth, you will become unstoppable. And when you look back, you'll see that the life you've created wasn't built on big decisions or perfect moments. It was built on the quiet, consistent actions you took each day. Those actions, taken over time, have shaped your life and your legacy. So, ask yourself today, what small action can I take today that will move me closer to my goal? Commit to that action. Show up for it. Keep going, even when it feels slow or challenging. Because the life you want is just one small, consistent step away. The power of small actions. Your unstoppable journey as you continue your journey of growth and self-improvement. Remember that small, consistent actions are the foundation of monumental results. Success isn't an overnight achievement, and it's certainly not about making giant leaps all the time. It's about showing up each day and committing to be better than you were the day before. This is the essence of unstoppable progress. True success is built in the small, daily efforts that often go unnoticed by the outside world. While others may chase the quick win, you are focused on creating sustainable growth through consistent, deliberate action. Every step you take today, no matter how small it seems, is a piece of the larger puzzle that forms your future. Success is rarely achieved in bursts of energy. It's built quietly through patience and commitment to the process, and the magic of this process is found in your commitment to show up every single day. Even when motivation seems elusive, when distractions call your name, or when the challenges feel overwhelming, you keep pushing forward. Every day is another chance to make progress. Every small step brings you closer to the life you envision for yourself, because your future is determined not by the bursts of energy or occasional inspiration, but by your consistent actions over time. Each day is an opportunity to write your own story, one small action at a time. You're building the life you want with every decision you make, and over time, those decisions will form the path that leads to your success. These small victories are the real key to transformation. The moments when you choose to keep going, to keep learning, and to keep improving are the moments that will eventually create massive results. As you move forward, you'll begin to see the rewards of this mindset. You'll notice yourself becoming more resilient, your confidence growing steadily, and your sense of purpose becoming clearer. The habits you've formed, no matter how small they seemed in the beginning, will have a lasting impact on your life. The discipline you've built through consistent effort will carry you through the hardest times, and when you look back, you'll realize how far you've come. It's those quiet, steady actions that shape your future, not the loud, flashy achievements everyone else notices. And here's the truth: this journey requires commitment. Success won't come from a few bursts of intense effort. It will come from your ability to stay consistent, to embrace the discomfort of growth, and to keep showing up even when the results don't come right away. The people who win in the long run are the ones who choose persistence over quick fixes, who trust the process over time, and who understand that the only way to truly succeed is to make this journey your own. You can't wait for the perfect moment to act, or for the perfect set of circumstances to make everything fall into place. You have to make the decision to start right now, and then commit to doing the work every single day. The days won't always be easy, and you may doubt yourself at times, but remember this: every step you take is a step toward the person you're meant to become. So, when you feel discouraged or when the road seems longer than expected, remind yourself that growth takes time. It's the small, everyday actions that truly count. And even when it feels like you're not making progress, you are. Consistency compounds over time. It's the quiet, persistent effort that leads to real, lasting change. And don't forget, embrace patience. Growth doesn't happen in an instant, and success isn't built on flashy moments of achievement. It's built on your ability to stay patient with the process, to trust that the work you're putting in today will pay off. Tomorrow, next week, or even months down the road, patience is key, because real transformation is a journey, not a race. It's the ability to remain grounded and committed to your goals, even when the immediate results don't show up as quickly as you'd like. The longer you stay patient and consistent, the more profound the impact will be. You'll eventually look back and realize how far you've come, not because of big, dramatic changes, but because of the quiet daily choices you made that led you to this point. So now, ask yourself, are you ready to make this commitment today? Are you ready to take one small action that brings you closer to your vision? The truth is, your future is not determined by grand moments, but by the quiet choices you make every single day. The path to success is one small, deliberate step at a time. It's about showing up and doing the work, even when it's hard. This is the power of consistency. When you focus on making small improvements every day, your results will eventually stack up in ways you can't even imagine right now. Trust the process. Keep learning, keep acting, and keep showing up. Conclusion: the power of consistency and daily growth. In the end, success is never about one grand gesture or the immediate, dramatic breakthroughs that everyone hopes for. True, success comes from the small, consistent actions you take every day, the things that seem insignificant in the moment but ultimately accumulate into something extraordinary. The difference between those who succeed and those who falter isn't in the grand plans, but in the quiet, deliberate decisions made every single day. Your success is built not in moments of intense inspiration, but in the quiet commitment to learning, acting, and growing every single day. These small actions compound into lasting transformation. So what will you choose today? Are you ready to take the first step? Are you prepared to commit to your growth and make those small, consistent steps toward the future you want to create? The life you desire is just one small, committed step away. It's waiting for you to start. Make the decision to show up for yourself today. Take action and keep pushing forward, because the future you're building starts right now. Remember, your best self is just ahead of you. The path may not always be easy, but if you stay committed to consistency, growth, and patience, you'll eventually reach the success you've been striving for. And when you do, you'll realize that it wasn't about the destination. It was about the journey and the person you became along the way. Keep learning, keep improving, keep showing up. Your future self will thank you for it.